Now, y'all already know what time it is. It's time for the mess. So let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scott about Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess. Okay, and we are here to talk about some YouTube stuff today. Y'all know, this is this ain't nothing I do all the time, but I felt like it needed to be discussed, and I want to give my opinion on this shit because there's a lot that was going on Christmas night. It was a big ass Christmas massacre last night. Okay, and it really started from the situation, the fallout between Tasha K and the Wiley show, but then Conscious TV, shout out to him because he's been on my panel before. Shout out to Conscious TV. He hosted a live that included Tasha K, The Wiley Show, Armon, Wiggins, My Radio, and a host of other people that I'm kind of familiar with, but they're in other sectors, I believe, and all of this other stuff. So yeah, so it was a lot that was being said. It was a lot going on, and child, it was a mess. Okay, it was a complete mess. It was a whole lot that was going on. This is all that I can say about that. This is messy. Okay, that's what this is, period. Okay, so without any further ado, we're gonna get right on into this mess. And you know what I do. I give my unbiased opinion and everything. So, as you guys already know, I love Tasha K. Tasha K is one of the people that I look to, and while I get myself into this celebrity gossip realm, because for the most part of my YouTube journey was always reality show reviews, reality show reviews, reality show reviews, reality show reviews. And like early last year, I got into the whole thing of, doing more celebrity gossip, celebrity news, because it's always something going on. So why not discuss it? You know what I'm saying? So I started getting more into that. And she is one of the people that I look to for that. Her, Armon, I love those two. Now, the Wiley show is a wild card. I actually like Wiley. I always enjoyed his content. He's always showed me a great deal of respect, or whatever. So I've always liked his platform. I know a lot of people don't have many positive things to say about him, and I do know that he does do a lot of things that I don't agree with, but nonetheless, I do find him and his platform to be a bit entertaining. So I can't say that about the Wiley show. I do like Wiley, and I respect what it is, whatever it is that he does. Now, apparently, it was a situation going on with Wiley and Tasha K. Now, Tasha K mentors people. I know in the past she's mentored Armon Wiggins. I know that she's mentored Storm Monroe, and I know that more recently she was mentoring the Wiley Show, and I thought that was a great thing for Wiley because he was in another sector and he was trying to come up out of that. So he decided that he wanted to go into something else, like something along the lines of what I'm doing. And he got with Tasha K, and I thought that was a good thing for him and his brand and what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So, for so many words, I know that in the past, the Wiley Show had issues with Armon Wiggins, and I know that Tasha K herself got issues with Armon Wiggins, or Armon got issues with Tasha K. One or the other. If you watch both of their channels, you know that there is a beef there. Period. Right? Right. So Wiley started working with Tasha. Wiley was, titling his videos a certain type of way, and Tasha did not want him to include her name alongside Armon Wiggins' name. Okay, that was the basis of that situation. He agreed to not. I'm gonna say allegedly because I wasn't there. I'm just going by what I seen. He allegedly agreed to not include her name in any titles when it has anything to do with Armon Wiggins. He allegedly agreed to that. Um, and everything was fine. But then some more stuff came about, and he put the name in the title alongside hers, and she wasn't here for it. So he felt because that's his platform, he should be able to do whatever he wants. Tasha felt like she needed to file back because, as a friend and as a person that's trying to look out for you, you betrayed my wishes. I needed for you to do this, and you turned around and did this. I needed you to turn right, but you turned left. You know what I'm saying? So that's where she came from, and that's why she stepped back. And then after that, Wiley came out and said a couple of things, which led into this live with Conscious TV. Now, before I get into that Christmas massacre that was conscious TV because there was a lot going on over there. This is what I'm going to say. Now, as a 32-year-old man, I do feel as though no one can tell me what I can or cannot do on my platform. If I want to shake some ass on my platform, bitch, you're going to see that ass tooted up. If I want to drop some ass, you're going to see me tooted up and drop it down low. Okay. Although I'm not a dancer, but I'm just giving you an example. Okay. However, if you do have a person that you are cool with, have a professional relationship with, and you know what I'm saying, that's mentoring you, and they ask you for a simple request. I don't care about you talking about us, but can you not put my name in the same title as that person's name? Because all it's going to do is dredge up a bunch of drama and controversy that I don't really need. I don't have an issue with said person. I don't. They got an issue with me. So therefore, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it because I got enough going on already. I don't need to be having no back and forth with this person. If you don't agree with it from the jump, don't agree with it. Me personally, if it were me and I knew that I didn't want to do that, I would have just said, I don't know about that, Tasha. This is my platform. You can't tell me what to do on my shit. I'm going to title my shit the way I want to title it, and that's just that on that. If you would have just said that, then I don't think it would be an issue. But you agreed to it, and because that was the agreement, and you turned around and you did it, then okay, that made her upset and it made her feel like, okay, you betrayed my trust. Now I feel like I can't trust you. But I do understand that as a grown ass man, Wiley has the right and the authority to change his mind if he wants to, because it is his platform. It is the platform that he's trying to grow, and he is trying to take himself out of a certain sector that he doesn't want to be affiliated with. So I get what he's trying to do, but it's a way to do it. If you wanted to change your mind, you could have just came to the woman at hand, and then you could have told her, listen, I don't think this is gonna work for me. Listen, I want to title my shit the way I want to, because at the end of the day, you got to realize Wiley is a shock job. He's about saying shit. He's like a Howard Stern in a sense. You know what I mean? Like when you look at him, you kind of see like a Howard Stern type of thing in a sense. Like he's a shock jock. He's gonna do what he gotta do to get you to watch. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, and that's just the basis of the situation. A lot of us have done clickbait titles. I'm not gonna lie, I've done it too. I mean, me and House of Aaron had this conversation before when we had brunch. Like sometimes we title our videos a certain type of way just so you can tune in and watch it. I mean, it is what it is. You want people to watch your shit, so you're gonna do certain things to do that. You know what I mean? But I do get where she's coming from. I don't want to be associated. I don't want to be tagged, with somebody that I don't necessarily rock with. Because if we're being real, I have been tagged and shit with people that I don't necessarily rock with. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be tagged with them, but I just don't make it a big deal. You know what I mean? I don't make it a big deal. Everybody knows that me and Justin J had a friendship in the past, and we're no longer cool. So a lot of the times, I really don't want to be affiliated with him sometimes, because sometimes people want to ask a bunch of questions and they want to compare and contrast. And if you say anything about them, then they're going to try to take it to shade, and then it can blow up at any moment. So sometimes I don't want to be affiliated with it, and sometimes it annoys me when I'm tagged on Instagram in the same post as him. But I'm not that petty. So I just let it go. So I do get where Tasha K is coming from. And I only use that example is because she once had a relationship with Armon Wiggins. It went sour. They don't fuck with each other like that. So she don't want to be affiliated with anything that has anything to do with Armon. So I definitely understand that, and I totally get why she wouldn't want her name to be next to his. Just like I don't want to be affiliated a lot of the times with anything that's dealing with him. But at the same time, people do that, and they probably really don't mean no harm when they put me and just his name in the same title, or in the not the same title, but tag me in the same thing. Because people have tagged us in the same shit on Instagram. Like I remember, because this was even brought up on Conscious TV's live that that Barbie person. I know he posts a lot of Cardi B related stuff. He's a blog. I think it's Ken Barbie. I think I follow him on Instagram. When he was saying, what YouTubers would you want, what all male YouTubers would you want to see on the same platform doing a show? My name is tagged, and so is Justin's name. And I was like, oh, but I don't want to be tagged with him. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I get it. You know what I mean? So I don't think they mean anything by tagging you with someone that they know you really don't rock with. They just they probably simply just see you as a great entertainer, and they want to see all you guys on the same panel to shoot the shit. There's nothing wrong with that in a sense. So I get it. So I understand. And it is an honor, even though I probably don't really care to be, to be mentioned with that person only because of our relationship. It is an honor to be mentioned with that person because he is, a big thing. So why not? You know what I'm saying? So I get it from both ends. Now we get into this live that went down on Conscious TV's channel, child. And Conscious and Wiley were talking, and then Tasha K came up. And I think that once Wiley was saying that Tasha didn't do anything for him, Tasha came up and debunked it all. Now, here's the thing with that. And this is just me giving some advice to Wiley. You know what I'm saying? Because I like him. I ain't gonna lie. I do like him. I really do. I enjoy his content. I really want to see him manifest and grow and do everything that he set his mind out to do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want to see him win. When you are working with people that's working with you have to have a certain level of trust in you. That's just facts. Which is why I pick and choose at this point of my YouTube career who I want to work with. If I get a bad vibe about you, I ain't working with you. If I am not sure about you, I'm not going to work with you. Now, sometimes, you know, I have this thing where, well, I remember being a smaller YouTube. Well, I'm still is a smaller YouTuber, but I remember I was trying to find my way, and I wanted to work with certain people, and the doors were shut in my face because I had X amount of subscribers. I wasn't big enough. I want to be that guy that doesn't shut the door on everybody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you also have to keep in mind that it's a nice thing to do to open up the door to certain people, but then it's also can be your downfall because some people really aren't genuine when it comes down to it. See, me, when I'm working with people, I'm genuine. I really, really want to work with you. And for the most part, I have worked with most people that I really wanted to work with. Like on YouTube, I work with some of the people, most of the people that I wanted to work with ever. Like I've worked with Forrest Rocks. I worked with James Colwell. That was a long time coming. I've worked with Bundy. I've worked with Jamie, Nisi, of course Terrence in the Just Us League, and Kevin, and I've worked with a lot of big heavy hitters on this shit. There are certain people that I still have yet to work with. Like, of course, I want to do something with Armon Wiggins at some point in time. Of course, I wouldn't mind doing something with Tasha K at some point in time. You know what I mean? Um, there's a lot of other YouTubers that I have yet to reach out to because look at them and look at me. I'm smaller than them, so they may not want to work with me. So I just stay in my lane on certain things. But those are two people that I do want to work with. I didn't work with Conscious before because, like I said, Conscious was on my platform before on me and Jamar's The Prelude Show. He was on there right alongside James Colwell, right alongside Bundy Blue, right alongside Missy Mouse. Like I work with a lot of people. Like I said, I work with most people that I genuinely wanted to work with. And when you're working with people, you have to be able to build their trust with people, and you have to allow people to be able to trust you. Because when someone doesn't want to trust you, then that's going to be hard, and then everybody is watching. Because a lot of the times we think that these bigger people are not looking at us, but they really are looking at us. Because there's a lot of people that's been watching me that I had no idea that they even knew who the fuck I was. And that's just being honest. Because I remember when my uncle passed, all About the Tea, who was a big ass panel, she wished me, she gave me condolences. I never knew that she was even watching my channel like that. Never had a clue. Okay, so a lot of the times they may not say nothing, but they do watch you, and that's even me right now. A lot of the times, I may not say nothing, but I am watching you. I see what you're doing, and there may be an opportunity there may be a chance where I may give you the opportunity to come on my platform and do whatever you do. You know what I mean? Because that's what I do. I like to work with different people. I like to collaborate with different people. It's just what it is. That's what I like to do. So I'm saying all of that to say this, Wiley, towards Wiley. People say a lot of things. Like people have a lot of stories about you. People talk about your past. People say whatever. So whenever someone decides to take a chance on you and work with you, you gotta savor the moment and you gotta make sure you work that moment in a positive way. Don't work that moment in a negative way because you never know if you will ever get that opportunity again. See, for me, when I saw him working with Tasha K, I felt like that was his chance at redemption, if that means anything. I thought that was his thing of his chance at redemption. Because so many people have a lot of negative things to say about him. So when she took a chance on him, you know what I mean? That was big to me. So now with it falling apart the way that it has publicly, who knows if he'll ever get that opportunity again to work with somebody of that type of stature on YouTube? Who knows? Because there are people that are watching, and people may not want to work with him no more after that. Because and it's sad because he's entertaining. He has a certain charisma about him that makes you want to root for him. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't agree with the shit he does a lot, and I don't agree with the shit he be saying sometimes. But he is entertaining, and that's something that I can't take from him. He's very entertaining. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, bro, you don't need to do that to yourself. You got to pick your poison and you got to make sure you pick it right. You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody like Tasha K, you got to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because at the end of the day, she's good at what she does. I'm not saying you got to kiss her ass, but what I'm saying is she's good at what she does, and that is an opportunity for you to redeem yourself. And when you branch off and do your own thing, you could be a mentor to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. So it's all about trust. You got to be able to build that trust with folks. And I'm speaking for myself. People consider me like a bigger YouTuber, but I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm pretty much like a veteran on here. I've been on here for 11 years. So it's like, I make sure that when I'm working with somebody, they can trust me. They know that I'm not with no bullshit. It's a genuine ass connection. That's what I'm doing. And I pick my panels the way I pick them. Like it's just that's what it is. So I love just about everybody that I've worked with. Like shit, like I always say, I can mix and mingle. Like, I'm part of the OG team, like with the Scorpion Show and Sweet Addictions and Bundy and Rocks and Ashley. Like I'm a part of that OG team. But then again, I can also swivel on around and mix and mingle with the newbies like Josiah and Terrence and Jamie and all of them, and Brandy Chanel and Really Be and Simply Sakina. Like I can move and shake around with the newbies and the OGs. I can do that. So it is what it is. So that is my advice on that part. Now, Tasha went down a list of all the things that she ever did for Wiley and stuff like that. And then the next thing you know, other people started coming on and started saying what they were saying about what their experiences was. And there was this other YouTuber. She's from, I think, the beef sector. She started talking about how she raised money for him to get a car and all of this other stuff. And I was like, oh, that was sweet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was nice. Like they was going down the list saying all the stuff that they were doing for him. And then Mob Radio came up. And her and Wiley started getting into it, and her and Tasha don't really have the best rapport either, but she could agree with what Tasha was saying. And honestly, like I said, I like Wiley. I have to keep saying that because when I'm giving my commentary on shit like this, I have to be unbiased as possible. I like Wiley, but I agree with what Mob Radio said. You got to have a sense of loyalty to people when you're working with them. Ain't nobody saying you can't disagree. Ain't nobody saying you got to kiss ass. Because that's one thing I don't do. I don't kiss nobody's ass. Like, either you rock with me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Either you rock with me or you don't. That's how I feel about it. So, yeah. But I do feel like you do have to have some sense of loyalty to people. You do. Because when I'm working with my people, there's a sense of loyalty. You know what I mean? And especially when it comes down to my guys on my Boys Night Out panel because we are real friends. You know what I mean? Like there's a loyalty there. There's a camaraderie there. You have to have camaraderie when you're working with people. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand what Mob Radio was saying. And then, it turned into this thing with this other YouTuber by the name of Mona Simone. She came up and her and Tasha were going back and forth. They've been had a beef a long time ago. And then Armon came up, and then him and Tasha were going back and forth. And I'm just like, God damn, stems from the whole situation with Wiley and Tasha. You know what I mean? Like it was a whole lot of stuff that came out, and it was just like it was mind-boggling to me because I'm just like, I didn't know this. Oh, girl, I didn't know this. Oh, girl, I didn't know that. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it was a whole lot of stuff that was going on. I think Storm came up there and said a couple of things. Like it was a live that had so many heavy hitters on there. So many. You had people like Tasha. You got people like My Radio. You got people like Armon. You know what I mean? Like you had so many heavy hitters up there. And if I had known about that live, I would have joined that damn live and tried to give a little bit of level-headed conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of level-headed conversation. Trying to bring everybody back together into this thing. You know what I mean? That was a missed opportunity for me. You know what I'm saying? But I think that when it boils down to this whole thing, it's about trust and it's about loyalty. That's what this is about. That's what it's about. You got to make sure when you're agreeing to something that you really want to agree to it. You got to make sure that this is something that you really want to do. You got to make sure that this is something that you are definitely okay with. Because if you're not okay with it, you don't need to do it. If you feel like a person is trying to control you and your platform and they ask you to do something and you don't agree with it, common sense would say, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. You can't tell me what to do on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my shit. You can't tell me what to do. I feel like that's the thing that Wiley was coming from. Wiley felt like, okay, I do commentary. Why can't I put your name in the title? That's a valid question. I'm a commentator. I do commentary. Why can't I put your name in there? No matter whose name is in there. But at the same time, you also gotta understand she asked you a simple request not to include her when Armon's name is in the title. So if she asked you that and you agreed to it, then you should abide by the agreement. So that's how I see it. But you do got people out here that feel like if you agree with what Tasha is saying, then that means that you're kiss ass and you're clout chasing and you're trying to stay in her good graces. Listen, I don't even know the broad, and I'm sure she don't fucking know me. She might do because she keep her ear to the streets. She know what be going on sometimes, so she may know who I am. I don't know, but it's just the principle of the matter. It's not about trying to be on her good side at all. It's about the principles of it all. Like if a person tell you, bitch, please don't put my name up in here with his. Don't do that. I don't fuck with that bro, with that nigga. You know that I don't fuck with certain. Like don't do that. And you agree with it, and you say, okay, I'm not gonna do it. If that's the case, then you shouldn't do it. If you agree to not do it, you know what I'm saying? This is how I see that. Like if I agree, say for instance, let's see, who do I know that got a problem with another person? Well, see, I don't know nobody that got a problem with another person. Hmm. I guess I have to make a scenario, I guess. So let's say Terrence and Josiah got a beef, which they don't, but I'm using them as examples. Let's say Terrence and Josiah got a beef, and I want to talk about said beef. If Terrence says, if you're going to do the video about us beefing, fine, but don't put my name in the title if Josiah's name in the title. And I agree with it. And I say, okay, I'm not going to do that. So if I say I'm not going to do that, then I'm not going to do that. Because see, because I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. If I said that I agree, I agree. Now, if I decide to change my mind, then I got every right to change my mind. I got every right to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be able to put my titles the way I see fit. You can have a conversation with that person. And if they don't like it and they feel like they want to break away from you and move on, then that's just the case in point. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Period. So it's about boundaries, it's about respect, and it's about trust. And like I said, when a person feels like they can't trust you, that's not a good thing. And like I said, I like Wiley. I'm probably one of the few people that really, really publicly says that they like Wiley and they like what he got going on. I really want him to win, and I really want him to grow, and I really want him to continue to do what he's been doing because he's been doing a good job at what he's doing. But I really do want him to be able to get the opportunities that some of the rest of us are able to get. This is why I don't like to, as a YouTuber, I don't like to get on platforms and show my ass because I don't want to be viewed as problematic or combative or anything like that. For example, when I go on TTV's live, I'm always challenged a lot on certain things. I keep my composure on a lot of stuff. Um, I remove myself when the going gets too hot. If it's too much drama, I'm not gonna be up there. If it's drama with me and somebody else, I'm not gonna be up there. Like if it's somebody up there that I don't really fuck with like that, I'm not gonna be up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be up there. You ain't gonna never see me up there with nobody I don't fuck with. Nobody that I got bad vibes with, nobody that I don't like. I would never be up there because I'm not here to give that. I'm here to give conversation. I'm here to talk. I'm here to chat. I'm not here to argue and go back and forth and beat with people. I know that's what the audience likes, but that's not what I give. I've never been the type to give that. And I had a public falling out with Justin J, but you never see me do none of that stuff. I said my piece and I moved on. You know what I'm saying? That's what I give. So even the other night, I slightly came out of character with a guy from one of those web series because of a situation that happened like maybe a couple of nights before. I was uncomfortable with him being up there with me. I wasn't too I was very uncertain about his energy when he came up, and it went left, and I removed myself only to come back and clear the room with what I had to say. So it's like as a person that's doing this and seeking out opportunities, I never want to come up here and be on some rah rah, problematic, drama filled bullshit or nothing like that. Simply because I'm trying to grow. You can't grow when you're doing basic shit. You feel what I'm saying? You can't grow when you're doing basic ass shit. You can't grow when you're doing the same shit you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't grow that way. You're gonna always be in the same spot if you don't try to take any type of risk. As a person that was stagnant for about 8, 9 years of his 10 year, well, let's see, it's 11 years now. For a person that was stagnant for about 8 or 9 years out of his 11-year YouTube career, I understand why I was because I was no growth. There was no growth. I wasn't sure of myself. I was too busy being what's the best word for it? I was too busy being intimidated about others and what they had going on, and I realized what I actually had. So when I got into a bad situation and I got out of it, I said that I am going to do some better things with my channel and I'm going to improve myself and my platform, and that's exactly what I've done. I still got some things to work on, but I'm doing it. I'm doing my thing now. So my thing with Wiley is you gotta do right by people and you gotta do right by yourself. Because if you know what your goal is, you know what your goal is, and you know what you want to do, and you know what you're trying to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like you know what you want to do, and you know what you're trying to do. You know what you're trying to come out of. If you're trying to come out of that, then you don't need to bring that into what you're trying to come into. You growing, you are. But if you want to continue to grow, you got to change the way you move. Because I felt bad for him when he was on Consciousness Live and all those people had all those negative things to say about him. I felt bad for him. So I want you to move in a specific way that's conducive to your growth and what you're trying to get accomplished. Because Tasha K gonna be good. Armon's gonna be good. Hell, Marbury gonna be good. And I don't even agree with a lot of what my radio be saying a lot of the times. I never agree with most of the time I don't agree with shit she's saying. But she's doing good. She's doing it. She's getting into certain places where shit I would want to be at. So shit. You're in the company of all of these people. You're in the company of a mob radio. You're in the company of Armon Wiggins. You're in the company of an unwound with Tasha K. You're in a company with some of these people. So it's just like you were in a good space, but it's like, you gotta do it right. You gotta move right. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do what you're supposed to do. You gotta get it to where you need it to be. So like I said, Tasha gonna be all right. Armon gonna be all right. Mob radio gonna be all right. You just gotta make sure you're all right. And the way that you move is the way that you're going to succeed. You gotta, if you want to move, if you want to get your shit the right way, you gotta move the right way. That's all I'm saying. Period. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to continue to do your thing, and I want you to come out of this, and I want you to continue to grow. You just gotta learn more about boundaries and trust because you had Tasha K on your side. That's a big thing. This is someone that has almost a million subscribers at this point. Ain't nobody saying you got to be a do boy. Ain't nobody saying you got to kiss ass. All I'm saying is you got to know how to move and you got to know exactly what you're doing. If you don't agree with something, just because that person got 1 million subs, don't mean you got to agree with what the fuck they saying. If you don't agree with what they asking you to do, don't do it. Don't agree to it and then change your mind at the last minute and not tell them that you change your mind. It's communication all across the board. You got to communicate with everything that you do, and that's all I'm saying. So I don't know. I'm team no one in this. I'm very unbiased with this situation. I just wish the best for everybody that's involved in it. I hope that everybody comes out of it with a clear mind, a clean slate. But I don't think that Tasha and Wiley would be cool anytime soon. I just don't think they will be, and that's very unfortunate because I really thought that that was going to be a good thing for Wiley. But it is what it is. But y'all, that's my opinion on that. Y'all leave y'all's down below. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also be sure to click the notification bell whenever so you can be notified whenever video drops. If you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter and my IG will be down below. I do follow back on IG. So if you want me to follow you back and you're a watcher of my channel, all you gotta do is DM me and with the hashtag message Team Scotty, and I would definitely follow you back. I know there have been a lot of people that have been trying to follow me and have been trying to send me messages, and I just haven't seen them because Instagram has updated. So I have to go back and look at all the messages that I got down there, and I have to make sure that everybody's trying to follow me so I can follow them back. So with that being said, y'all, your boy is up out of here. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later.